Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We are on the test server and we have two new champions, a new faction unity champion and a new mythical coming in the patch sort of midweek. I'm very interested what is going to come. Actually, let me show, before I show you the champion, I'm very interested because check this out. I hope I'm allowed to show this. Coming soon, there's like a new dungeon on the dungeon map right beside the Minotaur's Labyrinth. I am wondering, could this be like a book dungeon or something? Like, what is this? I am very curious. Is it a new gear to I don't know. But yeah, it's got a weirdly 3D image on it. It's cool, but yeah. So that's a spicy bit of news for you. But let's check him out. First of all, then we've got Bolint Freewalker, who is the faction unity champion for the Skinwalkers. Quite a strong faction these days, actually. He's looking cool. He's a big old bull with a big old hammer. Yep, simple, straightforward. Like I said, it's a good faction. The Mythicals are on the weaker side, I would say. They're only okay. But you've got good champs in here, like Uko is good, Marius is insane, Wukong, I mean, Leorius is still good, Nishak's good, Razelvarg. Got some interesting champs in here. Let's see who he will synergize with. So, his passive, 24% speed and arena aura, and 60 accuracy for skinwalkers. Interesting. Kind of annoying that this is 24% for arena. It's not the strongest arena aura. Like, it's good. It's fine. It's not the best. And also, these arena auras, although they have been working in Clan Siege, are not going to in the future. So that's sad. You won't be able to use his aura. That being said, I mean, there are other skinwalkers like Uko. I think maybe Uko. No, Uko's all battles. Uko, Razelvarg. You'll have some speed auras there for Siege. But yeah, so interesting one. So presumably he's going to be arena focused. Let's take a look. Blockade Destroyer attacks one enemy 2 times. After the second hit, heals all allies by 5% of this champion's max HP and has a 10% chance of granting an extra turn. That gets up to 15%. Okay, so it's a small heal for your team. He does have high HP. This will probably add up a little bit. We'll see if he's got ally attack or something in his kit. I don't know. But like, I'd say Cardial, for instance, has a similar A1 and actually does more healing than you think. I wonder if Bolint might be the same. So small heal, but might add up. Extra turn is nice. It's a small chance, though. Very small. But again, that can be a game changer. Fracture Force is A2. 4 goes to a 3-turn cooldown. Attacks one enemy. Has an 80. Goes to 100% chance of putting decreased defense. After attacking the initial target, attacks all other enemies. Has an 80. What the? Has an 80. Goes to 100% chance of placing decreased defense for 2 turns. By the way, sorry, damage based on both these moves on HP as well. That's weird. So single target attack, decreased defense, then an AoE. That's so strange. Why is it not just an AoE decreased defense? Very weird. That, I don't know. It's so strangely specific, but I don't know why. I don't know why it is so strangely specific, but it is. It's also not that good, is it? I mean, an AoE attack, he doesn't look like he's really a damage dealer. AoE decreased defense, 3-turn cooldown? War Maiden? Okay. Hammer of Onunberg. I love it. 4-turn goes to a 3-turn cooldown. I mean, this does book some damage. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 100% chance of placing stun for 1 turn. Okay, so 200% chances to stun. It's like a 3-turn, very likely AoE stun. Okay, it's good. Skinwalker Unity, 1 faction ally. Before attacking, this is good, has a 100% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies. 2 faction allies, fills his turn meter by 15% for each stun placed by this skill. And 3 allies, ignores 50% resistance. Okay, that actually becomes kind of interesting with the Unity stuff. Not crazy, but pretty good. Like, Arman's is AoE stunning you and stealing your turn meter. Everything looks bad compared to Arman's because he's so busted. In the context of Arman's is okay, but look, you get AoE buff strip and then 2 chances to AoE stun, which is cool. I mean, you will still run into a stone skin problem, but that is a good move. Potentially getting up to 60% turn meter, again, is, you know, in arena is pretty decent. So you'd be fairly quick into your decreased defense. It's okay. Ignoring resistance is quite nice. Ignoring resistance for the buff strip and the stun is good. It's a decent move. Okay, let's see his final thing. Icon of Rebellion. When an ally uses a multi-hit skill, each subsequent hit after the first does 50% more damage. Oh, that's interesting. There's not that many. So Leorius is a double hit. Marius does have a triple. Marius has a triple hit. Okay, so there's that. I mean, Razovark is a triple hit A1. Brachus has multiple hits. Okay, Samson has a couple if he kills somebody. There are some... Sorry, I've gone the wrong way. There are some multi-hits there. Interesting. Okay, with Unity allies then. One faction ally. Whenever an ally hits an enemy, has a 10% chance of placing a stun. Okay, that's actually quite good. For like wave control, fights and stuff like that. That's actually quite good. Two faction, it's small, but it adds up to being obnoxious. Two faction allies. Whenever an ally inflicts a crit, fills their turn meter by 5%. That's also good. That's probably better than you think. I wonder if that can be multiple times. So, like, if I go in with a Razovark A1 triple hit, can it give me 15% if I crit 3 times? I don't know. That could, again, be quite strong. Three faction allies. Allies ignore 30% defense against enemies under stun. Okay. Putting it all together, he's doing debuffs. He's got a polymorph problem. I mean, there is the feral set now. That will help, for sure. It could be a good move, you know, strip them, stun them, decrease defense, potentially more stuns there, some turn meter fill. He's interesting. It's not clear to me how good he'll be. He's not jumping off the page as like, I'm absolutely insane. But yeah, maybe he will end up doing a lot of stuns. Again, like he sort of feels like a mini Armans, but not as good. That's sort of my vibe. If Armans didn't exist, this guy would feel a lot better. But seeing as Armans does exist, I'm kind of like, I mean, I'm doing a lot of work to, I feel like, not be as good as an Armans is alone, right? That's my vibe. But he might be decent. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I don't see this guy getting the hype that Teox did. I think Teox is on another level. I don't know. Right, next up, we've got our second Orc Mythical. This is Ashnar Dragonsoul. He looks cool. Guy, he's standing very straight. He's a very polite Orc. He is a very polite. Look at this guy. Look at that posture. Wow. Okay, cool. So he's a HP-based mythical. Let's try... I want to see his other form. What's he look like? Form number 2 goes to a defense-based... Yo, wow. Staltus Dragonbane on steroids. Eat your heart out. This is like Deathwing. He's basically Orc Deathwing. That's fun. Yeah, he looks cool. So he's like... It looks to be a damage dealer in this form. So maybe a damage dealer in both forms, actually. Let's take a look. What's he got going on? 35% ally HP in all battles. Decent aura. A1, Ignition Arc. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 25% chance to increase the duration of burns on the target by 1 turn. Niche. That's niche. Okay. Okay. Pyroclast Storm. 5 goes to a 4-turn cooldown. Attacks all enemies. Instantly activates all HP burns on all enemies and allies. Whenever a HP burn is activated on an enemy, decrease their resistance by 10 up to 100. When a HP burn is activated on an ally by this skill, increase their resistance by 10 up to 100. Also fills the turn meter of all allies by 5% for each HP burn debuff activated on enemies. That's a weird one. So 4-turn cooldown, AoE HP burn explosion. It explodes it on enemies, permanently decreases their resistance, and fills your allies' turn meter a bit. Okay. Also, it does it to your allies. Blow up burns on your allies and increase their resistance. Very weird. Wreathed in Flame, 3-turn cooldown. Places a weaken and HP burn debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Also places HP burn on all allies for 2 turns that cannot be blocked or resisted. And fills the turn meter of allies by 30%. So he burns everybody. It can't be stopped against your team. So you're burning your whole team. You need accuracy for this. Definitely doesn't seem like an arena champion. I mean... AoE burns is okay against Stone Skin, but he does have HP burn explosion, but it's not in the same move. Doesn't seem as strong as like Gizmo, for instance, Gizmac. It's more about destroying Stone Skin. This seems more PvE, I would say. Like against Hydra. Quite good against Hydra. Turn meter boosting. You probably don't care about the burns in Hydra. You're getting AoE weaken HP burn. You're exploding burns, decreasing Hydra. More turn meter boost, extending. It's not great at the same time. By fire be healed. Oh, okay. Each active HP burn debuff placed by this champion increases their max HP by 5% up to 25%, and HP burns placed on allies heal them instead of damaging them. Okay, that's that's fun. All right, so he puts burns on everybody, but it heals them, and he can activate them. Okay, so he's actually healing you with HP burn. That's very interesting. Doesn't seem that good, all this stuff put together. Like, maybe he does some decent damage, right? He's boosting his HP. And yeah, like if you put it on 4 enemies, 4 allies, even, I mean, in Hydra, you just put it on your team, you're going to have 25%. He's going to have very high max HP. He does have high base. So yeah, he'll have a lot of HP. And if he's damaging their second form, you're building him for damage, probably. He might actually hit fairly hard. This move doesn't attack, mind you. But he might do good damage? He's a weird one. He's so weird. I guess he protects you from Stone Skin, but like that's so rare. But like you can destroy Stone Skin with HP Burn. He protects you from that. HP Burn is very, very rare in Arena. And in Siege, the Arena Blessings don't even work, so even more rare. He seems very niche. Like, he seems like he could be a decent Hydra champion. I don't know if he's going to be amazing, though. Like, bit of healing, turn meter, burns and weakens, some damage. I don't know. Don't know about that. Let's see Form 2. Maybe Form 2 is more impressive. I'm not super seeing Form 1. Still the same aura. Let's go backwards so maybe it makes more sense. By fire be broken. I like the theme of it anyway. All of this champion's skills ignore 15% of the enemy's defense if they're under HP burn. And HP burns on allies heal them instead of... So, okay, wow, he just turns both forms. HP burns are healing you. Very niche. There's, like, no enemies that burn you, really, in this game. Like, yeah, Magma Dragon does a bit, but Magma Dragon's super easy. Yeah, all right. Let's go. Okay, now we know his passive. He just ignores defense if they're under... I mean, it's good. Not crazy. 15%. It's okay. It's okay. Attacks one enemy 2 times, Thunderstar. Each hit has a 35 goes to 50% chance of repeating once if the target's under HP burn. Okay, that could actually be quite good. So you're going to do 2 hits. You got 2 50-50 chances to land extra attacks. That could actually be quite a bit of extra damage. Okay, that seems decent. A2, Magma Geyser or Geyser or Gazer. I don't know how to say that word. Magma Geyser? 3-turn cooldown, 30% damage from books. Attacks one enemy. If the initial target's under HP burn, repeats the attack on all enemies. Repeated attack ignores 20% defense. That could actually be very strong. If everyone is burned, he's already ignoring 15. You're now ignoring 35% defense. That's a lot. You give him Merciless, that's another 35. That's 70%. Helm Smasher proc, he's ignoring 90%. 80, 70 plus 25, 95%, 95. He can ignore a lot of defense, basically. That's potentially very, very good. Okay. Definitely, it's niche. But, yeah. All right, so he's just damaged so far. Cataclysm Smash, 4-turn goes to a 3-turn cooldown, 30% damage from books. Attacks all enemies. Before attacking, puts increased defense and increased crit damage on himself for 2 turns. He is a defense-based damage dealer. Yes, he is. So he does self-buff. That's nice. Then places Provoke for 1 turn on targets under HP burn. If the target's a boss under burn, place Provoke for 2 turns. Cannot weak hit when hitting enemies under HP burn. Well, that's cool. I like that. Okay, and that's it. He's an interesting one. He's gonna be he'd be very good for Hydra, actually. Great Hydra champion in Form 2. You put him in. Now, he needs people to be burned, but he doesn't burn in the second form. So you need a HP burner in there. Like, think of him sort of like an upgrade to Rathalos Blade Master. So he self-buffs. He's going to be doing 2-turn Provoke on a 3-turn cooldown, so he can easily solo Provoke the boss, so long as the boss is burned. He won't weak hit either, so long as they're burned, so great. He's probably going to do a hell of a lot of damage against Hydra. Yeah, put him in against Hydra with a burner, and he's going to be doing insane damage. Form 1, I'm struggling to see the point of, to be honest with you. That's quite weird, because if you're going to bring him in with somebody else who burns, is there that much point to Form 1? It's quite... I don't know. I'm not super seeing this coming together. Is he good for Arena here? Self-buffs, does it provoke? I mean, it's okay. But you need enemies to be burned, which is quite awkward in Arena. And then he'll repeat the attack if the initial target is burned. It's quite difficult. Like, that's quite difficult. Like, so let's say you come in. Like, sure, you AoE burn them. Let's say you manage to do that. You then have to wait a turn. Then transform, then you probably want to self-buff, and then he can do his A2. It's quite clunky. I'm not really seeing him for Arena. I feel like he's a bit underwhelming as a Mythical. Maybe his damage is nuts. He feels like a sort of Hydra champ that needs a burn setup. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think of him? I'm sort of struggling to see where I'd use these two forms together. He's not really wowing me up front. I'll be honest. He's not wowing me. Not wowing me at all. But we'll see. So yeah, 2 kind of middle of the road champs, I'll say. 2 middle of the road, yeah. I feel like Bolint, he seems good. It could be insane for a new player. Could be insane. He's pretty cool. And like I said, you could throw him in with an Uko, and you've got yourself a good, like, yeah, him plus Uko. Actually, you know what? Him plus Uko is going to be bloody obnoxious, right? Uko is going to give you, again, speed aura everywhere. He gives you speed aura for arena. They both have buff strips with Uko in there. Uko in a stun set, he can stun. Uko with his AoEs, Uko has a chance to stun. That could really be obnoxious, actually. That could be quite a cool combo. So yeah, Bolint, he seems decent, but not crazy. And same thing with this guy. This guy, I'm not really sure where he goes. Let me know. What do you guys think down below? Anyway, they're the new champions. Yeah, I'm curious what you think about them. And I'll see you all next time. And yeah, let me know what you think about this new thing as well. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.